What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Weekend Wager Show. I am your host, Daniel Greer, and we come to you live at a new home here to give you your plays for the weekend, and let's send you on your way with your 12-pack of plays. But if you're just new here, thank you for joining us. We're going to give you a full 12-pack of plays to kind of get you through the weekend, but also make you laugh a little bit, but also help you cash. But we have some friends that have joined us and followed us, and I can't thank you all enough for continuing the journey with us because it's been a fun ride. But Robbie and Mark are with me. They'll be here soon enough. But if this is your first time, I want to give you a rundown of how the show works. So what we like to do is give you the 12 plays, but we break it up over the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we can give you our plays for each day individual, and then we'll talk through those. And then we'll kind of get past our plays. And we're doing something that used to be called the Slap Shot Saloon. Well, now we've renamed it to the Sleepers Saloon. And so the Sleeper Saloon will be today about hockey. It'll be about the USA versus Canada game that is Saturday. And we're looking at a plus 1,000 or more. And that's going to be the first goal scorer. So the first goal scorer plus 1,000 or more. And then whoever does hit, they get into the saloon. So it is a very stupid game, but I promise you, you're going to enjoy it, but also you're going to give us a little bit of who you think as well. So as soon as we share ours, please in the chat, share yours as well. And then we wrap this as we always do with our weekend vibes as we look ahead to the weekend and tell you what we love or hate. Most of the time it's Robbie telling us really what he hates, but we're going to get into that. But thank you all for joining us. This is Weekend Wagers. I am Daniel Greer here at Sleepers Media. Let's go ahead and bring in the boys, and looky, the beautiful faces, Robbie and Mark. Mark, what's up, man? Tell the people a little about you.
DG, Robbie, guys in the chat. I can't tell you how happy I am about this new venture of ours. Partnering with Sleeper Media is going to be huge for us. And so, first of all, yes, welcome everybody who followed us here. Welcome to those who are finding us for the first time here on Sleepers. Just can't tell you how grateful we are to have you along on this journey. We hope that you enjoyed the ride as much as we do. A little bit about me. I love hockey, baseball. I love all sports, but really made my niche in hockey and baseball, looking at first period over-unders, targeting totals, sides, that sort of thing. You're going to hear a lot about the models that we built over the last 6 years. We'll bore you to death with it, but always open to any questions people have about anything. I can show you exactly or tell you exactly what's going on with the models and what the models say.
Yeah, if you have any questions, size and totals, Mark is going to be your guy. He has a lot of AI and a lot of stuff behind him, the machines that actually do a lot of the work, but also kind of spits out a lot of the information that we all end up needing and using. And so Mark is on the front line of that. But the size and total, Mark is your guy. You can check him out at Better Days Ahead on X. But then we have our other guy, the guy in the middle. Rob, how are you? Tell the people a little bit about you.
Hey, I'm Robbie Hockey, and I'm an alcoholic. No, wrong meeting. I'm Robbie. Y'all said AI. I was thinking AA. No. Anyway, instead of sides and totals, I like to do player props. That's my thing. It's what I've been doing since it became legal in Tennessee in around 2019, and made a nice little chunk of coin doing my player props. So, got any player prop questions? When MLB starts, I'll have a lot of home run hitters. I'd like to do goal scorers, touchdown scorers. So, the longer the odds, the better for me.
I like it. Well, we're gonna have a lot of fun on this show. As I said a little bit earlier, we're gonna make you laugh and help you cash. That's kind of what our motto will be here. We're going to have a good time doing it. But let's go ahead and get into our plays because nobody wants to hang out and just not get plays. So let's go ahead and start off our Friday. And Robbie's going to set out Friday, but I promise you he's going to hook you up on Saturday. But Mark, if you'll lead us off for your Friday plays.
You got it, DG. Would love to. I am going with Iona, -5.5. You can get that at -110. Look, little MAC action on a Friday night, never a bad thing. You look at Iona's last 4 games, they have cruised through the MAC conference, just tallying up win after win after win. I really like the spot for them against a Ryder team who is at the bottom of the MAC conference, has been struggling, plays a little bit slower tempo, but I really think Iona has the guns and the ability to get this done. They're sitting third in the MAC now. I really expect them to make a run for the top spot.
I like that. Every time I hear Iona, like I hear my Corona. What is that?
That's Sharona.
Yeah, whatever it is. That's what I hear. The first thing, right when you said it, I just went through my head again. I'm like, my God.
We are sitting in an AA meeting, aren't we? My Corona.
I love it. All right. Well, I have 2 plays. We're going to go ahead and yours was on the hardwood, so I'm going to stay there as well. I'm going to go San Jose State. It's at plus 7.5. The odds are minus 108. It's simple for me here. They're 18-2, and this is a stat that we got from our guy Rafael Esparza. They're 18-2 against the spread in their last 20. San Jose State, the latest game of the night, so you're going to stay up a little bit late for this one. But San Jose State going against Nevada, I think that they can cover the 7.5. And then we're going to go to a little NCAA baseball. And yes, I dabble in it. I played it. And so I've always kept up with it. I was even on a video game once. A little typical of that. But all right, this NCAA baseball parlay is a money line parlay. It's plus 115. We're going Texas money line, and we're going UC Santa Barbara. Both these teams are very good. They're much better than their competition. It's the opening day. I love targeting an opening day because they're throwing their best pitcher on the Friday night, especially opening day. It might switch to where they end up being on their Sunday, but most of the time they'll go with their Friday arm here, and they're going to go with a really good pitcher, especially for UC Santa Barbara, but also Texas. Both teams should be much better than who they're going against, but it's plus 115. I like it. A little plus money on a Friday. But guys, we're gonna. Yes. What do you need, Robbie?
Did you create yourself in a video game like I did?
So
you were actually in the video game.
Oh,
so I didn't. We did. They weren't using our names. We did have to sign off on it, but we were on there as something. I don't know, but it was 2005. That whenever the NCAA baseball game came out, I think it was the only one ever made. Right. And we were on there as whatever. So it was, but there was not a Daniel Greer. They did not use my name.
I was still a junior in high school then, so that's the only reason why I wasn't in the baseball game.
All right, let's keep it going. Sorry, I got off of that tangent. That one's on me. All right, let's go ahead and go to Saturday. And Robbie, you have 4 plays for Saturday. I want your straight plays first. Go ahead and give them to me.
I do, and it's not going to be a typical thing like this. Hockey's on kind of a break, but we're going to go to Adrian Kempe. He plays for Team Sweden. He's on the top line with Philip Forsberg and Elias Pettersson. He was my dark horse in the last game that he played to get a point. I actually bet him to score a goal as well. But if Finland is going to start UC Saros, the Predators starting goalie, and the USA lit him up last night. And I know Sweden and USA are 2 different teams, but he's a liability. I love Kempe being on the top line. I love the guys around him. I wish he was actually on the top power play line, but he's actually not. He's not even on the second power play line, but maybe they'll change some things up. Second point, we're going to Matthew T. Tkachuk. Hello, Soupy. This number doesn't make sense at all. He had 3 points last night, 2 goals and assists, and this is minus 120. He's on the top line, with Kyle Connor and Jack Eichel. And the Bash brothers is what we call he's got me saying the Tkachuk brothers. That's who we've been calling the Bash brothers. And man, they killed it last night between the both of them. So all I need is a point. It can be a goal, assist. Just give me a point, baby, and I'll be happy.
I love it. A little soupy, what's it called?
Souponomics.
Souponomics. That's whatever it is.
Souponomics.
Always a good time. But Matthew Tkachuk. I like
Tkachuk.
that name. Maybe we'll be saying it a little bit later on. But all right. So those are your 2 straight plays. You're going to give us our 2 parlays here in a second, but we're going to let Mark go. So what you got here, Mark, on a Saturday?
Listen, Robbie alluded to it. In fact, all his plays are on the 4 Nations. So I'm going to kind of piggyback on both of you with my plays. I'm going to start with Finland and Sweden. We're going to go under 5.5 total goals for the game. That's at minus 125. Look, both these teams are really defensive disciplined. They are focused on shutting the other team's offense down, not allowing easy shots at all on goal, and then looking for those small opportunities to turn defense into offense and then potentially score a goal. I just don't see a lot of scoring happening in this game at all, especially with Finland and Sweden now both at the bottom two teams in this tournament. Finland not having a lot to play for. Because of the format of this tournament, their tournament is essentially done with the regulation loss last night. So they're playing really for pride. And as a spoiler, look for them to really clamp down defensively and hold Sweden in check.
I like it. All right, let's go to the next one.
I am going with Cooper Flagg from Duke over 20.5 points. I can't believe that this line is only at 20.5. Flagg has been lighting it up. And playing Virginia, an ACC rival, on Saturday in prime time, look for Cooper Flagg to shine. This line should be a lot higher. Give me the 20.5 points at minus 125.
20.5 in the Duke game. Oh, that's what my play is. So I like your Cooper Flagg over the 20.5. So I'm going to get a 21-point spread for my old Dukies. And so I like Duke to cover. They're going against Stanford, who isn't good. I think that they can easily cover this line of 20.5 and win by 21 or more, especially at the odds of minus 105. I found this over at FanDuel. There's a lot of other places that have it already at 21.5. So you might want to get it before it moves up that extra number. But either way, I think Duke runs off with it on the back of Cooper Flagg as well. And so, Mark, I love your play, but also love mine as well. So the Duke should look good, especially with Cooper Flagg scoring.
And I apologize. I said they were playing Virginia. No, they're playing Stanford. So you should have a field day against Stanford.
Yeah, you did it wrong. I did it right, but that's why I'm the professional. But we have two professional parlays here. So let's go ahead and finish the Four Nations parlays. What you got, Robbie?
Yeah, so I like combining a couple of guys who their odds are too juiced to play on their own, but Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid, I mean, you got the star of yesteryear and you got the star of today. They both had points in their last game. Crosby looked like he was back in his prime again. And they're going to have to score to keep up with the USA. Cale Makar, Canada's best defender, is sick. He may not actually play, so that leaves them with 5 healthy defenders. So they're going to keep pace with the United States tomorrow if they want to win that game. The second one, we're actually going to go to the United States. We're going to take Austin Matthews and Jack Eichel. I like them. They both had a point last night. I wanted to put Tkachuk in this one as well, but I don't want to put too many eggs in one basket. So I went ahead and went with Matthews and Eichel to both get a point. If the scoring is going to be done, it's going to be by them. Canada's also got a kind of shaky goaltender in either Bennington or Hill, whoever plays. So I see USA scoring quite a bit tomorrow night.
Robbie, I like your 4 plays. I got a question, though, and it came from Dan in the chat. If somebody was to go 0-4, 8, whatever it might be, like what should a punishment be? Like I'm talking about like somebody who is just not good at it and like just goes 0-for. Like what should their penalty be?
It's got to be something pretty terrible. I know that my wife went behind my back and texted Mark what my punishment should be. I'm not going to say that here. He can do it if he wants, but it involves spicy stuff. So I'm not going to go 0-4. I'm just going to keep winning like I always do. So
that leads me into thinking there is like the hot chip challenge, I believe is what it's called. And hold on, I think I might have a yes. I don't know if we know what these might be, but the one chip challenge, whatever it might be, will be sent to whoever ends up going 0-4 for that week. They will receive this in the mail and they will open their little coffin, whatever it might be, and they will enjoy the chip before the show starts. You'll see them eat it live on the air, and they're going to have to do the rest of the show live on the air. So that means they're going to be going through it, and it's going to be amazing.
I love that Rob just broke out into a sweat.
I did. I was about to say it is. I'm like sweating. Like, no, that's terrible.
All right. As Dan says, he has to do the challenge while giving their picks. So that's going to be across the board. And this is going to stand until someone goes 0-4. If somebody doesn't know, before we were here, we were over at Driving the Line. Thank you to them for allowing us to be on that platform. And to me, honestly, a lot of these people that are here in the chat already, but to enjoy the community that's there and join us here. It's been a blessing. But it happened where Mark went 0-4 one week and had to play the guitar while singing his picks, and then followed it up the next week going 0-4 again. So it was 0-8, and then ended up things happened where we weren't able to kind of, I guess, follow through with that bet. So we'll let it slide. And so we're going to go ahead and parlay it now into the one chip challenge. So if anybody goes 0-4 for the rest of the time, whenever it happens, you'll have to eat the one chip challenge live on the air. And then we're going to have to do the rest of the show.
If I remember correctly, I put the locks on the line.
You did. I think you went 3-1.
I did.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I did. I reversed the curse.
All right. Joe said it might have got to 0-11.
No, it did not, Joe. Calm down.
It did.
All right. Let's.
Joe, it's not your fault. It was my fault. It was not your fault.
All right. Let's go ahead and get through the Sunday picks. It's a lot of All-Star game stuff. If you don't know about the All-Star game, it's not one game right now. It's 2 games to 40 points. And so we're going to give our plays, but just so everybody's aware, it's 2 games to 40 points. And then there's no way you can bet or play on the third game, which would be the championship game. So these games would be the first game. And these are actually both these guys, they play for Team Shaq. And so go ahead and roll with your play, Mark, and I'll follow you up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with LeBron James, 6+ points at -115. Look, with Luka coming into town, LeBron right now is that old man getting pushed out to the outside. And is he still one of the greatest? Absolutely. Will he be considered one of the greatest? Absolutely. Is he looking to still make a statement and say he's still relevant in this game? Absolutely. Look for him to score at least 6 points. I love this spot for him, especially in that first game where, it's the win in advance. And in essence, what's a pickup game? You're talking about 2 3-pointers and then we cash it. So I love this spot.
Yeah, I'm going to similar on the same, but the game is playing at the facilities of the Golden State Warriors. We have Steph Curry there. 10+ points is above what I expect him to play on or get on a normal basis in a 40-point stretch. But the problem is he's at home. They're going to want to kind of rely on him a little bit. He's also going to want to show out for the crowd. So I expect at least 2 3-pointers. So that gets us to 6. And then he's going to find a way to get 4 more points. So I'm saying 10+ points at +182. If you want to go a little bit lower, you can go down to 8 points. I believe it's an easier number. You actually get a minus number there, but I like the 10+ points. Give me 2 3-pointers and 2 2-pointers, and we're cashing there with Steph. I also like Steph MVP. If you like that, it's +550. I like the Team OGs, Team Shaq. I think that they'll be really good this week. Anything else? Anybody's got any look aheads or anything before we kind of move on to our Sleepers Saloon?
No, just to your point, Steph Curry, if you go 8+ points, it's even money. It's +100. So
right. Yep. So if you don't like it there, that's fine. I get it. But I like the +182. I like living a little crazy. It's our first show. We got to be a little crazy today.
Loca.
All right. Speaking of crazy, let's go ahead and get to the Sleepers Saloon. All right. Thank you, everybody who's joined us so far. We're going to keep this thing going. But the Sleeper Saloon is very simple. We're going to pick the first goal scorer for the USA-Canada game. Go ahead and share us yours. But we're going to go ahead and pick those. If you win, you get into the saloon. And if for some reason one of us gets in, we'll get in, but also you. If you can pick the goal scorer that isn't who we picked, so as soon as you see our screen, go ahead and throw in your names. We're going to make another chart to make sure that everybody that's in here in our chat, to make sure they get put on the board and into the saloon. But Mark, I'm going to let you lead us off today for your saloon pick.
Love to. Let's start with Jack Eichel. We're going to go at +2,200. Look, last night the USA figured out a hockey hack. They're going to put the Kachuk brothers on either side of Eichel, and turned the 3 of them loose. And lo and behold, it amounted to 4 goals within 3 minutes for the USA team. It was absolutely unreal. Look for a lot of that to happen again against Canada. To Robbie's point, Canada is very good offensively. They're going to struggle against the USA team defensively. And because the USA team is just as stacked offensively as the Canadian team is, except they're better defensively with the goalie in the goalie position specifically. I fully expect, with the Tkachuk brothers getting so much attention out on the wings, Eichel is going to be open. Look for that quick shot. Get me into the saloon.
Not going to happen. But you talked a lot about the Tkachuk brothers. So I actually tried to take both of them. It was denied. Okay. So I wasn't sure. So I flipped a coin. It landed on Matthew. So I got Matthew Tkachuk at plus 2,200. You can take his brother. I think that's another good look as well, because he did score the first goal in the last match that they had yesterday. But I like Team USA on the back of the Tkachuks. Doesn't even sound right? It's not even an American name, but I like T Tkachuk to score the first one at plus 2,200. Robbie?
Yeah, I'm going with the one half of the Book of Sam, if you know, you know. And I'm going to go with Sam Reinhart at plus 1,200. He's actually tied with Braden Point with the most goals in the tournament, coming into the tournament this year. I had him actually score last game, and he didn't, so he owes me some coin. So I'm going to go with Sam Reinhart. Let Canada go ahead and score first, get the big hit, and then watch USA take it over from there.
All right, so let's go around real quick. We have our picks in. I know that Joe Neuenfeld put his in. He's going with Connor McDavid at plus 1,400. And so that's another one. TJ's got Nate McKinnon. Look, are y'all impressed that I knew his name? Like it's one that's not spelled right, I don't believe. But I think it's Nate McKinnon at plus 1,200. Am I correct? I think so.
Yeah, Nathan McKinnon, Nate, but they call him Nate, so I'll give you credit for it.
Yeah, his friends call him Nate. Like I didn't want to throw his government name out there. That's right.
He's not trouble. You're not scolding him.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. I wasn't mad at him. But Mark, you're a sides of totals guy. Team USA, Team Canada. TJ's already talking trash, saying Team Canada is going to whoop the USA boys. What's your thoughts on the game just overall?
Overall, real quick, is that with this format, all the pressure right now lies on Canada's shoulders. Their meltdown in the third period in the first game against Sweden really put them behind the 8 ball as far as the point tally is concerned. A regulation win would have put them in the driver's seat for this tournament. I don't think that happens now. And I think what happens is that pressure exposes the liabilities that Canada has. Where are those liabilities? On the defensive side and in goal. That's where I think their challenge is going to be. I actually like the United States to get a win, not necessarily in regulation, probably in overtime. I see that this is going to be a hard-fought game. Look, make no bones about it. These two teams do not like each other, just like the Swedens and the Finns do not like each other. Saturday is going to be a bloodbath in Montreal, just to be clear. Yeah. But I really do see that the pressure that Canada is going to feel on having to win is a lot different when you're playing in this type of a tournament with the best versus best. You don't want to have that pressure riding behind you. You want to be able to play freely, open, and just go. They did in game one for the first 2 periods. They took the foot off the gas pedal in the third period, and it bit them. The United States kept that foot on the gas pedal all game long last night, and it paid off for them. I really think that this is going to boil down to the defensive side of the battle. I think the United States wins.
I like it. All right, Robbie, your thoughts on the Team USA versus Canada?
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of mad that Cale Makar is not healthy, because I wanted to see that bloodbath, and just they don't like each other. It's a rivalry. Both games. I think the other game is more of a rivalry than this one, but with all the political crap going on now, I think this one's actually been amplified. But Cale Makar, Shea Theodore going down, it's 2 of their best defenders. And if neither one of them play tomorrow and their goalie situation's already bad, that's just bad news, because you got all-stars playing against other all-stars. And when you're down 2 of your best and USA's fully healthy, I'm no mathematician, but USA has the advantage.
And just to underscore this is that the United States captain is Austin Matthews, who plays for Toronto. They booed him. They booed him not just last night, but in the opening game ceremony when he was presenting the opening ceremony to there is bad blood. It's going to be a bloodbath.
I love it. I love it when people honestly, like, maybe they don't hate each other completely, but like they want to stand on for their country, but also like it's pride. And so yes, they might end up going back to their separate teams, and it is very much like the Olympics. Like, you have pride in your country, but also it's not even about the country. You have pride in what your development is for your hockey, right? Because everybody's proud of their sport, whatever. And if USA goes into Canada and whoops Canada, that will be very funny, because the Canadians are very proud of their hockey, right? And so I think it'll be,
and rightfully so. I mean,
Exactly.
rightfully so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rightfully so. It's not like it's this false bravado.
right,
They have a hell of a team.
right. So it's gonna be fun, no doubt.
What people don't get is they're like, well, Canada hasn't won a World Cup or a Stanley Cup in forever. And it's like, yeah, but every player on all these Stanley Cup teams are from other places. They're not from just America. Like, when you tally it up, there's probably more Canadians than Americans on these teams. But, oh, well, it is what it is. I can't wait to see the fight.
No doubt. Well, everybody's loving the Four Nations stuff. And I am, a professional hockey capper, but I don't watch as much as I should. But I will be watching more of the Four Nations, and I've watched them so far, and they've been enjoyable. So if you're missing out and not a hockey guy, not a professional hockey capper, sorry, like myself, then go watch the games. You'll enjoy it probably more than way more than we're talking or enjoying the All-Star game for basketball. And Pat Ode is asking, why is Sleepers a college basketball show talking about hockey? Well, it's not all about just basketball. We talk a little basketball. We talk baseball. We talk hockey. We talk everything. So this is the Weekend Wager Show, where we give you your 12-pack of plays. And if you missed it, we'll hook you up later towards the end of the show. But we give you our 12-pack of plays to get you ready for the weekend. It could be hockey. You never know.
But thanks for finding us, Pat.
No doubt. No doubt. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure, bud.
Well, we are present to you by Dimers Pro. And so we're going to give you, let Greg help us out a little bit and give you a little spill about Dimers.
Football season may be over, but our partners at Dimers Pro are just heating up. Dimers Pro gives you expert betting data and projections for all the major sports. NBA, college basketball, NHL, and with MLB spring training just weeks away, now's the time to get ahead of the game. Get access to box score projections, best bets, player props, parlay tools, and more. Everything you need to make smarter bets, all for less than $10 a week. Use code SLEEPERS at checkout and start winning today with Dimers Pro.
Make sure you go check out Dimers Pro and use the code SLEEPERS and get you 20% off. All right, we're going to go through our plays real fast, 10 seconds or less, if you don't mind, boys. And then we're going to wrap it up with a little weekend vibes, whether it's the good vibes or bad vibes. And go ahead and go through your plays first, Mark, if you don't mind, for Friday.
Absolutely. We're going to start with Iona -5.5 at -110. Love this spot for Iona against Ryder, who is the weaker MAC opponent.
I like it. And I'm going to stay on the hardwood as well with San Jose State +7.5 at -108. 18-2 against the spread in their last 20. They're going to cover tonight, and they're in a little baseball parlay. And no, this isn't hockey, Pat, but this is +115. We're going to go a Texas money line with a little UC Santa Barbara money line. I know. Eat your heart out. All right, let's go to Saturday here. And we got a 4 play here from Robbie Hockey. Go ahead and give us all 4 if you don't mind, sir.
Yeah, let me roll these off real quick. Adrian Kempe, 1+ point, +110. Matthew Tkachuk, 1+ point, -120. Crosby, McDavid, 1 point apiece, +100. And Austin Matthews and Jack Eichel, 1 point apiece at +124.
Dude, beautiful to my ears. After all this hockey, thank you one more time. Mark, your 2 plays for Saturday.
I just realized that Robbie confirmed my saloon pick, by the way, with Eichel. Anyway, we're going to take Finland, Sweden under 5.5 total goals at -125. I'm also riding the back of Cooper Flag, taking him over 20.5 points at -120.
Be careful riding the flag back. I'm going to ride Duke here, -20.5. It's at -105. Duke is a better team than Stanford. They're going to show it. They're going to jump up, I think, 15 or so points in the first half, and then finish them off with a 25-point victory over the Cardinals. All right, we're going to ride to Sunday, and Robbie is going to just only help you out for Saturday. He's not giving you the 12-pack for all weekend. He's only helping you for Saturday. We're in the All-Star game on Sunday because there's not many sports out right now. Mark, what you got for Sunday?
Well, because we are not a one-trick pony, I am going to the NBA with LeBron James, 6+ points at -115. It's time for LeBron to let everybody know he's still relevant. He is still the face of the league.
If you want to take it easy, go find you a -115 play. But I'm going +182. It is one of the Splash Brothers. He's playing at home. We're going Steph Curry, 10+ points in the All-Star game. It's only to 40. So if your math is correcting, if your math is mathing and it's correct, that's 25% of the points that they need. That's it. 25%. Not a big deal for the guy that's at home. So we'll go Steph Curry, 10+ points at +182. All right, boys. It's the time where we kind of look ahead to the weekend and give you a little bit of our weekend vibes, whether they're good vibes or bad vibes. I never know the direction of these. We don't talk about them, so I have no idea. But Robbie, you're always my favorite to start this one because you're the wild card. I never know what you're going to say. So, Robbie, start us off with your weekend vibes.
So I just want to wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day to everyone but my wife, because she said not to put anything on social media about Valentine's Day or anything else. So happy Valentine's Day, DG and Mark, not to Sarah. That's my negative. My positive is thanks, Sleepers, for allowing us to come on here and continue our show. This is a blast. I love doing it. Weekend looks like it's going to do nothing but rain in Tennessee, so I'm just going to sit there and watch some hockey tomorrow.
What that was supposed to be positive on that one, and then you go to the rain. So whatever. I get it. It's just like a sandwich, like a compliment sandwich. It was like negative. Hey, thanks, Sleepers. Negative. It's gonna rain all weekend. So screw.
I
you
got
guys.
Layers, DG. There's layers.
Layers. There's definitely layers. All right, Mark, give us your weekend vibes.
Well, first of all, yes, I will piggyback on that negative sandwich and just say that I am so happy and thrilled to be part of Sleepers and can't wait for what the future holds for all of us here. Additionally, I would love to ask everybody. I found out this morning that my father had been taken to the hospital, and he's doing well, doing fine. He's resting in Boone Hospital in Columbia, Missouri. So shout out to all the medical staff there at Boone Hospital. Take care of my dad. Dad, get well soon, and we'll be talking.
All right. Well, my weekend vibes and shout out to your pops as always. Definitely good health, but also oh, Dad, keep kicking it, baby, keep kicking. But I will say that my weekend vibes were definitely good. My oldest daughter's basketball team last night, we entered the playoffs. It was the first round, and they didn't really understand playoffs because playoffs. So you have to try to get through to them. And they got that first win in the playoffs in the first round, and their eyes light up, and everything's just awesome. Seeing that is my jam. Being the coach, cool, whatever. But seeing their faces light up. We have a game Saturday, so we're going to be basketball this entire weekend. It's going to be just a complete blast. My youngest plays as well. So seeing that is honestly my weekend vibes. Is seeing the joy in their faces, win or lose at this point, because we're going against a really good team Saturday. I'm gonna don't worry. I got the board, boys. We got
there it is.
Drawing up the plays.
There it is.
We'll be getting everything going. It's gonna be. I can't wait to second round of the playoffs. It's gonna be a good time. But the last thing I will say is seeing the friendly faces over here in the chat that we have seen for forever. It seems. That means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to y'all as well, but at least means a lot to me seeing the friendly faces, but also, people that don't know us and getting to hang out with us and doing this every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be so much fun. We're going through a downtime, right? Because we've even talked about maybe pulling back our 12-pack to a 6-pack. Depending on the sports, we're going to try to give you a 12-pack depending on what's going on. So you could have some crazy plays here and there, but we're going to try to give you a little bit of a fun weekend spread across the entire weekend of plays that you're looking at. So I hope everybody enjoys that and kind of what we do. But any final thoughts from either one of you guys?
Mark, go ahead, bud.
Look, I am absolutely thrilled. Again, you can't stress it enough to be part of Sleepers. So appreciative of where we were at with Driving the Line, and so grateful for everything that we had there and the next step for us as far as growth. This is huge, and just so happy to be here.
Yep, no doubt. Robbie?
Yeah, happy late birthday to my father-in-law. We went to a restaurant of ours last night. Tide went on pretty good, so publicly wishing him a happy birthday today. But yeah, just what Mark said. Felt like I was off this for like a year. Like those 3 weeks felt like forever. So it's good to have my normalcy on a Friday again. It actually feels like the weekend is starting now. So yeah, I'm happy to be back.
As Joe says, never give us fewer bets, degenerates here. So Joe, just for you, we'll make sure we keep giving you your 12-pack. No matter what, we'll find a way. We'll find a way, as we always do. But that's all for us today. As we always say, we try to make you laugh, but we also help you cash here at Weekend Wagers. We'll see you next weekend.